This is the thing that adults tell children all the time about lying. Once you start, you can't stop. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 9, Episode 17. And like I said, when you start lying, you can't stop. You must continue on the lie. Portia, you just a lying bitch, ain't you? You're a lying bitch who's messy, who can't stop themselves. Keep watching. We're going to get into it. First things first. Cynthia and Peter. Okay. It's cute, but I'm getting tired of it. Okay? The two of them, they get together. They're, both of them, they tearing up, watering up, and carrying on. Do y'all want to get divorced or not? Y'all done got the lawyers in there. You done spent the money and all that. Y'all are getting divorced, okay? It's cool. We get it. We got it. Y'all are divorcing. Nobody told you all can't fuck each other. Fuck each other until you get tired. It seems as though that was what was better for you all anyway. When you were fucking Peter, you were happy. When you clinked yourself to his ass with a chain, then it was a problem. So by all means, Peter is sharp. I'm cool with it, girl. Keep fucking your husband or your ex-husband and be done with it. But we don't need 20 more scenes of Peter and Cynthia trying to figure out their space with each other and all of that. And then Peter was giving me bitchy tease with, well, she said, you know where Lake Cynthia is, or Lake Bailey is, and he's like, I don't really know where it is. Lake Bailey's gonna have to find me. Trust me, you don't mean that. Cynthia can get fucked by 20 dicks a day if she wants to. Don't make Cynthia have to really pull your string too hard, honey. You're the old one in the relationship. We think you're cute and everything, but you're the old one. Don't fuck around and don't be getting none and somebody else be getting it. That's all I'm going to say. So after that little thing went on, Kenya and Phaedra went to play tennis. And it was just, all of this is a waste of time. Let me just talk about this. I'm going to jump all around here because it's some bullshit. Phaedra and Kenya, we would never be friends. Do you understand that? We would not be friends. We would not be pretending to be friends. All the shit that went on with Kenya and Phaedra with Apollo, I wouldn't give a fuck if 50 years went by. Bitch, we would not be friends and we would not be pretending to be friends. We wouldn't do it. Texting my husband and all. We ain't got to go back through what was proven to be a lie and what wasn't. There was disrespect done. I don't give a fuck how y'all chop it up, how y'all splice it up. Kenya liked Apollo. Apollo liked Kenya. They both overstepped the line when it comes to Phaedra. And Phaedra and Kenya are never going to be friends. I don't give a goddamn what you say. And the thing is, Phaedra is a passive-aggressive, lying-ass bitch. So she going to play games and do all that because that's her nature. She ain't never going to just openly tell Kenya, fuck you, bitch. I'm mad. I didn't like what you did, bitch. And we ain't never going to be friends. She ain't never going to say it. She's never going to say it. Whereas if it was flipped around the other way, if Phaedra had done the same exact thing to Kenya with Matt, Kenya would have probably smacked the shit out of Phaedra by now. And you all know it. So they need to go ahead with that bullshit. All that that's just bullshit. And yes, Phaedra does place a lot of the blame of their demise of their marriage on Kenya, which is unfair because that was only one piece of the fucked up puzzle. You know, the puzzle, the pieces were all molded anyway. You know, Kenya just came in and sprinkled a little something on it, but she's not the reason you got divorced. You got divorced because your marriage was a shambles. Child, let it be a lesson to you all. Don't suck pickles with your mate, honey. Never turns out good. Anyway, moving on to the roast. So Todd and Candy put together like a little birthday party situation for Peter, and they planned that they were going to roast Peter. Why they thought they were going to roast Peter was beyond me because Peter Thomas's mouth is no less queenified than mine. Okay, anybody who honestly thought that they were going to sit there and read Peter was really, child, they was joking to themselves. That motherfucking Peter, and you see them as they all went up, they were all scared to say the wrong thing about Peter. Peter sat right there, and Portia was the only one really bold enough to say, you know, Candy and Todd said a little something about the little money thing. Just funny, not no big deal, because they are friends. But the rest of them, Peter ain't friends with the rest of the motherfuckers. And they knew. Portia, she took her ass up there and tried it, because she just don't never learn. She took her ass up there, and Peter ate her motherfucking ass with one one-liner, child. It was like a black and white movie. When that bitch was saying, you gonna get some from Cynthia tonight? And that motherfucker told her really quickly, if you don't get there first. Ate her ass alive. And her goddamn Todd was over there screaming, squalling, and cracking up laughing. I said, short bus ass. Oh, retarded motherfucker. But yeah, they was scared to go up there and try to read and roast motherfucking Peter. And Shereé was like, I ain't in a good mood. I ain't because that bitch know. She know Peter Thomas is a reader just to fuck like her. Child, they all look like they all refugees from a gay bar, honey. They know better. They know all of them know how to read, honey. They know who to bother and who not to bother. Peter is not to be fucked with. His tongue is as sharp as a piece of broken glass. Here, moving on. Okay, so then they go and they get onto this boat. And the whole boat trip was consumed by Bob and Shereé's situation. Okay, let's talk about that. Bob and Shereé's situation gives me phony tease. Phony tease. Shereé in this wind-blown, crazy looking hair, because her hair was looking crazy. So her hair looked like she's getting ready to attack Bob with a stick, honey. But her, all these dry tears and this inner cry, I just was looking at them like, get on. I will say this. Bob showed us something genuine about Bob. It tells the story of who Bob actually is and who he was. When Bob did his little piece where he was hollering, what do you want me to do? What the fuck you want me to... That was the real Bob. That was the real Bob. I could see him being abrasive and scary and yelling and hitting. I can see that because he ain't a good actor. So we say go ahead and tap in. You just being Bob at this point. The way he yelled at her, that's the way that motherfucker used to yell at her when they was married, right before he went upside her motherfucking head. And I believe he hit her upside her head, and I believe he choked her out and all the shit she said he did. I believe he did that shit. And I also believe they ain't fucking getting back together because that bitch know she don't want to be running through the chateau and he be beating her motherfucking ass and ain't nobody there to stop him. That bitch, And you know when you old, you get crazy and then you get cantankerous on top of it. If he whooped your ass when you was in your 20s, can you imagine what the fuck he gonna do when you in your 40s? He gonna kill you, bitch. He gonna kill you. On Jean Bonnet, you bitch. Fuck you up, throw you up under the steps, and people gonna be looking for you in that big ass house. That bitch know better. That ain't nothing but some put on bullshit. You stay the fuck away from Bob, honey. Cockeyed bastard. Anyway, moving on. Now, what is this shit with this divorce party? Kenya, bitch, you did seem too invested. She was all invested in it. One that, a bitch without a band. wanting to throw some other motherfucker a divorce party. You did seem very happy about it because misery the fuck loves company. So it was weird. And when Cynthia's Cynthia. So when Cynthia came in, Cynthia's like, I ain't really a big fan. I ain't really down with the shit for real. And that kind of thing. Phaedra, she went right to her passive aggressive bag and my stomach hurt. All that lying. Bitch will lie in a minute. Oh yeah, my stomach hurt. Oh yeah, I've been pregnant for 13 months. All that. That bitch is a liar. She's a lawyer and she's a liar. So she went through all that. Now, this is where I talk about that motherfucking ding dong Mary, that motherfucking Portia. Phaedra leaves, goes to her room. She texts you, and you read the text out loud. Bitch, you not that stupid. You not. You not that stupid. You a messy bitch. You're a messy bitch. And you're not that stupid. I'm not buying that you're that stupid. You've held from us all this time that you're a vicious motherfucking pussy eater. You held from us all this time that you are a really undermining, backstabbing bitch. You've held all this from us all this time. You've hid this. So you're not that stupid. You knew exactly what you were doing. But you were getting trouble started. That text and the contents of that text did not need to be read out loud in any of their goddamn presence. She texted that to you. Punk ass Phaedra wasn't really trying to have Kenya to hear that. And Kenya did Kenya fashion. Kenya got right the fuck, because trifling, this, that. Now she got to be trifling and all this. Kenya got right the fuck up and did what she do. Bitch, I'm going to bring it right to your motherfucking throat. She went right the fuck up there, knocked on the door, and told Portia, you can leave. You come follow the timeline, y'all. Portia left the party too and went up to Phaedra. And after that, Kenya sat there and stewed on it. Once Kenya stewed on it while she said, I'll be back, she went the fuck on down there to Phaedra and took it up to her throat. Told Portia, get the fuck on out. I want to talk to this bitch here. And they went back and forth, and just back and forth with the bullshit. And now Phaedra, it's right in your face, so you can't not argue it now. It's in your face. Then she had a little camera balls going because the camera's going, and there's somebody to stop her if, Kenya decided to yank her. And then she, went through all that. And I love what Kenya said to her. Now, we done sat and prayed together and everything like that. Well, can we pray now? Well, no. Oh, you don't have time for God now? I said, bitch, you better let her have it. Convenient Christian. Oh, you don't want to pray now? Really? You don't have your prayer cloth handy, bitch? Now that you're in the midst of your bullshit, you and Portia. Portia left there, went back to the party. Went back down to the party, and then fucking Phaedra had just told Portia 10 minutes ago, none of them know that my divorce is final. That bitch went right on down there to that party and blurted that shit out in a conversation where it wasn't even necessary. Blurted it out to these people that she knew didn't know. And then when they said, well, wait a minute, her divorce is final? Huh? Oh, like you didn't know. We're watching you. You didn't think we were going to see this, Portia? Bitch, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. And I'm telling you, I really can't wait for this goddamn reunion. This reunion it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. I mean, Portia and Phaedra have filmed the whole season just as if nobody was ever going to see the footage that they laid. Absolutely ridiculous. Bunch of ridiculous motherfuckers. And I just can't wait I'm here for it. I cannot wait until the reunion. They need to hurry on up and speed through these last few little episodes. Shit, they can show all the last episodes next Friday, bitch, and take us on into the reunion. Because I'm about tired of these motherfuckers and this bullshit. I can't wait till they get on the couch, honey. And I think Candy's going to really be having a good time going off. And Phaedra going to get drugged. And so is that motherfucking goofy ass Portia. You better make sure your tracks is in tight, bitch. Because you might be the one getting drugged this time. Mess.